There are growing demands for Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to recuse himself from Donald Trump's, at some point, upcoming Senate impeachment trial. What I really get a kick out of here is that there are so many corrupt Trump brown-nosers in positions of power in which, for whom recusal is constantly coming up. Let's go through some of them. Remember Donald Trump's beleaguered Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. He said years ago, it feels like a decade ago, Jeff Sessions said, contacts with Russia? Not me, not the campaign. No, definitely not us. Turns out Jeff Sessions was lying, and he ended up recusing himself from all Russia-related matters. We then had Donald Trump's, and still have, Donald Trump's propagandizing Attorney General, William Barr. William Barr immediately did Trump's bidding after becoming AG, writing and disseminating that completely bogus 4-page propaganda letter claiming that the Mueller report shows Trump did nothing wrong. That letter became the basis for Trump's national vindication tour. Trump's cronies, Trump's family, Trump himself going all around the country using that propaganda letter from Barr to say, oh yeah, we are completely vindicated. And numerous legal experts calling for William Barr's recusal when it comes to the Ukraine fiasco, other investigative and criminal matters relating to Donald Trump. And then now we have Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who, as I told you last week, has been so effective at pushing through hundreds of wacky and often unqualified right-wing judges, many into lifetime positions of power. And now Mitch McConnell has said he would not be an impartial juror in Donald Trump's impeachment. Moscow Mitch said he would be in, quote, total coordination with the Trump White House about how the Senate will run Donald Trump's impeachment trial. This is like letting the defendant coordinate with the jury in a criminal trial. And Mitch McConnell admitted this in public. Mitch McConnell also said in public he is not an impartial juror in this game. Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown says there is more and more talk in Washington, D.C. that Mitch McConnell should recuse himself from the trial. Now, I really want everybody to understand this. This is a really important thing because they are playing major games with the terms political and the term partisan. Mitch McConnell keeps saying, listen, lately he keeps saying, this is important. Lately, Mitch McConnell keeps saying, impeachment is a political process. I expect that this will come down along partisan lines, Republicans voting to acquit and Democrats voting to convict. Now, there are a few things here. First of all, it's hilarious that for weeks leading up to Donald Trump's impeachment, the entire time that we had hearings, impeachment hearings in the House Intel Committee and in the House Judiciary Committee, Republicans were insisting there's no crime. Trump was insisting there's no crime. How can you impeach without a crime? And we kept explaining to them, guys, impeachment is a political process. It does not require a crime. They keep saying no crime, no crime. Now Trump is impeached. And in defending a total farce of a trial that they want in the Senate, they have switched their talking point. Now they are saying, hey, guys, this is a political process. This is not a criminal process. We're going to run the trial as a political process, not as a criminal process, because it's not a criminal one. They revel in their own hypocrisy. So pointing this out to them is moot or at least pointless, but I want to point it out to you. So let's clarify. Let's just go to what the Constitution and the rule of law say. Whether a president is worthy of impeachment does not depend on whether they committed a crime, period. I mean, that's it. The Constitution outlines that crimes are not required for impeachment to be the correct action for the House to take. Very good. Number two, the Constitution says that senators voting in an impeachment trial must remain impartial. Now, who enforces that impartiality? That's where we get into a problem. It's supposed to be the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, working in concert with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, who oversees the trial in the Senate. In this case, that's right-wing Justice John Roberts. Now, it's really important to understand that the odds that Mitch McConnell actually recuses himself are almost zero. It's not literally zero, but it's almost zero. And it's all Republicans that are to blame for that. It would only take a few Republicans to join Democrats and independents in the Senate, of which there are 47 in total, to say Mitch McConnell cannot be majority leader, or Mitch McConnell cannot manage this trial, or Mitch McConnell must recuse himself, and they would have a majority immediately. So as bad of an actor as Mitch McConnell is, We have to hold the Republican Party accountable because it is all of the other Republicans, I guess we would say the 52 Republicans other than Mitch McConnell, who continue to prop him up. And I get why they're propping him up. As I said last week, and I've been saying for a while, Mitch McConnell has been an extremely effective political operative for the Republican Party and for the reactionary right-wing movement for a very long time now. And they don't have an interest in limiting his power because they're thrilled with what Mitch McConnell has done. It's disgusting. It's sad. The hypocrisy knows no bounds. But what we come back to again is that we can remove Mitch McConnell. He has a challenger in Kentucky, Amy McGrath. We can remove Donald Trump. We talk about legislative solutions, congressional solutions. There is one solution that is rapidly approaching, only 10 and a half months away at this point, barely 10 months, actually. And it is just voting these people out. We can do it, and it may be the only way to get them out. Make sure you're following The David Pakman Show on Instagram at David Pakman Show. And follow me while you're on your Instagram app at david.pakman. Check in with me this week for pictures from my trip during David Pakman Show vacation. Today's program brought to you in part by Blinkist.com/Pakman. Blinkist is a great service that I use all the time. What they do is they take thousands of the most popular nonfiction books, including the newest bestsellers. They condense them into 15-minute audiobooks that you can listen to, and you still get the most crucial information and insights from each book. And I've listened to a ton of books on Blinkist. I recently checked out Soccernomics by Simon Cooper. We do have, after all, the World Cup going on recently. We also have been talking about BS Jobs, and there is a great new book, BS Jobs by David Graeber, which I listen to on Blinkist. They're constantly adding new books to the platform. You will never run out of fascinating and critically acclaimed books to enjoy. And our audience can get a 7-day free trial by going to Blinkist.com/Pakman. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm putting a link in the video description. And after the free trial, if you like it, you can continue enjoying thousands of condensed audiobooks for about $5 a month. That's BLINKIST.com/PAKMAN.